All right. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 2 of our preseason predictions here on the SBD podcast is about to go live right now. Just gotta wait for my partner to come in and we're just gonna get right to chopping it up. And I got a lot to talk about this preseason. Up, there we go. There he is. We
What
all
it
in, we all
do?
here.
What it
Let's
do,
see.
Josh?
Yeah. Yes, what it do, man. We got some predictions to get back into, man.
Yeah, we
Left
got
a
a
little bit
lot to
on the
get into
table last
today.
time. Mm-hmm.
Got a
All
lot.
right,
So, what
man.
you want to start off with?
Last time we talked about which teams we think are going to be up in the standings, and now this time we're going to be talking about which teams are going to be down in the standings. Like really talk about them this time.
You can. Start.
And first contender on the list, Utah Jazz. Come
Yeah, I'm
forward.
saying you can start it off.
The fuck y'all doing over there? The
What is
fuck
they?
is going on in Utah? Like,
I think
yo,
My bad to cut you off. Me personally,
like you good.
I think Utah's going to be the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think, I don't think I don't think it's anything over there. Like, I think that team is just it's deflated. Like I think they're just relying on the draft now and getting rookies. I don't think Larry Marketing really wants to be there that much longer. I think they're really preparing for the future. So I can see them being probably the worst team for 2, 3 years for right now.
exactly. Exactly, yeah. If I pull up the basketball reference, if I pull them up on basketball reference, I'm trying to see what they were just last season. Exactly what the record was. Yeah, the record last season, if I go by it, was 17 and 65. Basically inverse of OKC's number one standings at the moment. So they didn't make too many roster changes for the 25-26 season. They still pretty much got the same players. You still got Laurie Marketing sitting over here. You got a few other young pieces, about 3, 4 year experiences, but I don't think they're really gonna be doing too much out there. Defensively, they're still dead last.
I think they put
Uh,
that first overall pick again.
yeah, they're gonna be in the first overall pick standings, man. Let's be honest. And I mean, props to them, bro. This time they picked up, I guess, Mo Bamba as a backup center.
Yeah. And then out of
Yeah,
and then out of the draft, I don't even think they did too much in the draft. I think Walter Clayton.
yeah.
Or I
I have
think
to check.
Walter Clayton went to Washington, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know who they drafted. I forgot.
Oh yeah, and their draft lottery this season. Yeah, this year they drafted I believe Ace Bailey, but
Oh yeah,
um
I forgot they got Ace Bailey. I forgot.
mhm,
And then they did draft, I think, Walter Clayton too.
right, exactly. Yeah, they got some so they definitely did pick up some, decent draft picks right now. We'll see how they develop right now, but
I
to
think
be
Ace
honest,
Bailey is for sure the future of that team.
Ace Bailey, yeah, that's really their main hope right now. I think Lauren Market has kind of reached the ceiling. Kevin Love's about to go any year at this moment.
I think
And
Larry Marketing, like you said, I think he reached his ceiling. Like I don't think he's really no more for him. I think he reached his ceiling the last 2 years he probably had before this year. The last 2 years he had before this one was probably his peak and probably his ceiling. I don't really
mhm,
see too much of Utah and Larry Marketing in the future.
nah. Yeah, Utah Jazz. That's just gonna be my number one to go down the bottom of the West, bottom of the East. That's gonna be a little bit different, but I'm
I think
thinking
it's
of
Washington
Toronto. I'm
again.
thinking
I think it's
Toronto,
Washington again.
Washington. Oh yeah, nah. My bad. I forgot about them. They're so bad. I forgot about them.
Because you gave away
Yeah.
now, I understand you going for it. I see their vision. We're going young. We're going for the future. Relying on Alex Starr, a second overall pick. We're relying on all those good players, Keontae George, Bill Cunnington. I forgot his name. Bill though.
Mm.
I think they're banking on them, and giving away Jordan Poole to me was kind of bad because that was your best player. And I don't know how I
Yeah,
really too
nah.
much feel about Washington. I think with that trade, y'all telling us that we're just going for the future. I think those are the two teams that's preparing for the future now. I think they gave up on now and they're getting ready for the future.
Exactly. Yeah, and They gave up on the what do you call it? The Jordan Poole what was his name? He was on the Lakers before. My mind is saying Kyle Lowry, but what was his name? He's
I
on the
know
Bucks now. He's on the Bucks now. But they gave up on that experiment. You guys know what I'm talking about in the comment section. They gave up on that experiment, and they ain't really built too much from that. But honestly, man, they've just kind of been picking up whatever is left in free agency or
yeah,
the
just picking
or
up
rosters
pieces.
ever since John Wall and Bradley Beal ended. To be honest, ever since their last run in like 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, they've all just been like even last season, they've just been picking up whatever they can
They've
and
just been
trying to
picking
run
up
with
whatever
whatever
they
they got.
can. It's just
Yeah,
been
they're picking
mid.
up
Like
for
since
a
like you say, since
season.
John Wall left, they haven't made no move. Like
No moves, not no major moves, honestly, bro.
and
And
they got
it's
us
kind
with
of
that Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, he did his thing when he was over there, but I don't think
mm,
that was enough to put next to Bradley Beal at that time, just what they had going on. So I don't think they.
exactly.
I think they're just really now getting ready for the future and getting ready for that long haul. Not saying they
Yeah, they
can't be a
just
good
getting
team later down, but for right now, I just think they're too inexperienced, and I just think the organization is just giving up.
hmm Yeah, I don't really see much of what's going to go on for them in the Wizards. Last season they were 1864. Maybe. I mean, let me take a look at their roster this season because maybe they picked up something that went under the radar for me. Like I said, they're so bad I damn near forgot about them for the most part. So it's like, let me see what they got over here in Washington for the 2025-26 season real quick. The 2025-26 season. I mean, they picked up I mean they been had Chris Middleton, but uh they got shoot. Nope. It's just Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum. Oh, they picked up Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is in the Wizards now. That's true. Or no, they still haven't his no, he's not in the Wizards. They just have his they just still have his contract. But yeah, I'm gonna let him come back. I'm gonna let him come back and just give him some time. But yeah, right now, Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, and Marvin Bagley are the three people we're looking at in Washington. I mean, they got rookie Trey Johnson, but besides that, uh-uh. I don't really see much going on for Washington. Most they win one or two more games, but that's it. That's all they got. Let me put them back in for a second. Hold on. Let me put it back in for a second. So yeah, bottom team in the East, 100% going to be Washington. Bottom team in the West, probably going to be Utah, barring any other situation going on out there. I will say though, in the East, I'm looking at Indiana and Boston as well. Not because they're bad, but I think they're going to try to rebuild try to get some high lottery pick this next coming draft. Um, Even looking at the draft that's coming up right now, you got AJ, you got Cameron Boozer, you got Daryl Peterson projected to go number one. And but other than that, I probably have to look at some other process just to see what's going on, then see if they're how well they'll fit into each of the Celtics and Indiana Pacers, considering the starting players are injured this season. So they don't really have much to fight for in terms of like winning a championship or getting deep in the playoffs. But yeah, that's going to be. We're just going to go on with the next one. I'm just going to wait for him to come back right now. Just give him a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna edit all this out. 1 second. Matter of fact. All right. While we're waiting for him to come back in here, let's move on. Let's move on to a different topic I want to talk about, or a different team I want to talk about. Let's talk about Toronto. Let me pull up Toronto and see what they got going on right quick.
Technical
Okay, there you go.
difficulties
He's
on
back.
my end.
And now you good. Don't worry about it, man.
I'm back
Nah,
in effect now. My bad.
yeah, nah, you good. You doing just in time. I'm about to eat into Toronto right now, see what they is. I'm just pulling up their numbers, just trying to see what they got going on for this season. Um, I'm still pretty high on I'm still pretty high, like not all-star high, but I've always still been pretty high on Scotty Barnes. But um now they got some newcomers. I don't think they're gonna be as low in the East as they were last season. Last season they were like the 11th seed just outside the play-in. I think they lost the play-in game to be honest. That's how they even got up there.
Yeah, I think they lost the playing game if I'm not mistaken. And I forgot who it was to, but I think they lost the playing game.
I think so, yeah. But either way though, right now they only won 30 games last season.
I think they have a
And
way better year this year though. They was last year too. They was kind of
mhm,
deflated with injuries with the Brandon Ingram. Not really. Scotty was hurt too. Sometimes
yeah,
RJ was hurt.
mhm,
Manuel quickly miss a lot of time. So I think that team was kind of just deflated, injured.
exactly.
I think this is a way better year for them. I think with them having probably one of the best home court advantages in the NBA is just I think they win majority of their home games and get enough on the road to contend for an actual playoff spot. With that
Exactly.
East
Yeah.
and how it is right now, I think so for sure.
With the new addition of Brennan Ingram, I think they now have a secondary star that they can actually rely off of, or not even the first scoring option to be honest. Because right now the scoring options without him would have been Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett. Not bad options, but
Not a bad option, but
like
now to have
he
Art, not
Brennan.
RJ, to have Bi
hmm
as your as a first scorer, and still have Scotty as basically like a 1A 1B first scorers.
Exactly. Still
But
have
you have
Manuel
now you
quickly
get
off the bench.
Scotty can facilitate more. I think that's I think
Exactly.
I
And
think
they got
there's a team to be reckoned with because they wasn't really bad last year, just they was never healthy.
yeah, they was never really healthy, and they're one of those teams that like they have a lot of length in terms of from their 2 through 5. They have a lot of size in those
Yeah,
positions
they
in
have a
terms
lot
of
of they
length.
have a lot of size with
And
Bi.
if they
Yeah,
can coordinate it together, I
even
think
Emmanuel
they
quickly
can
got
make a
size.
lot of teams sweat, bro. Exactly. Even made quickly with like a 7'8", 7'6" wing, 7'7" or 6'7" wingspan actually. 6'7" wingspan. I think he could still put some pressure out there on the opposing team's defense when it comes to how he's able to score the basketball and everything. I think they'll be a good team. I think they'll actually definitely be fighting for the
I
playoff
think they
spot this
actually
season.
because they was fighting last year with a lot of teams. I think they have
hmm
that fight in them, and now they have the talent around it with the fight. I think they can be a force to be reckoned with.
Right. Last season they won 30 games. I think this year they'll probably win about 40 at least. I'll probably give
45,
them like 38 to
maybe
40,
45,
38 to
43.
maybe 45, maybe 45. I don't know if they that good. The East may be wide open though. Yeah.
It's
So,
just
but
too
that
wide
still
open
sounds
for me
good.
this year. I can't really count nobody out in the East unless you really bottom tier.
Yeah, that's true. And even speaking of the East, their main competition in terms of improvement, who's going to improve better this season, will probably be the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah,
I'll
yep.
pull them up right
Chicago.
now.
I wanted to touch up on them too a little bit, get into them. I
hmm
think Chicago showed us at the that last ending of the stretch of the season that they are a squad to be talked about as a we're improving.
Right.
We're nowhere near a top dog, but we're slowly improving. I think now with a Josh Giddey who gets a more extended role in the offense, I think that's a key valuable thing because I always liked that Josh Giddey, even when he was on OKC. I
Yeah,
always
he
felt like
was.
he was a facilitator. He's a scorer, not a great scorer, but he can score. He can get a bucket, and I
Yeah.
think he has some solid defense. So I really, I really think he can make a jump this year. I think that's one of the players who can make a leap, like who can get over a hump this year and actually show, okay, I got talent. I'm still the same projected player I was when I was on OKC.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna lie, I was super high on
Yeah,
I was
and
super, super high
I was super high on Josh
on
Giddey.
Josh Giddey when he first came on OKC. I was super like I was saying he's gonna be um where Luca is, like if not on the same level, just a tier below him very soon. Not too long. And not too long, but it happens. Now I mean he's still on the roster. I still think he has potential as a player, even with all the stuff that he's going through right now. But
Yeah,
Besides that, yeah, they still got the same roster for the most part. They got
for
A
the most
Desarm
part.
still. They still got Kobe White, this Vucevic. Yeah, they still got him. Like he's a
I think
fitting
Kobe White
center,
makes
but I think they need to get
a
rid of him.
decent enough jump this year too. I think he makes a nice leap too.
Yeah, hopefully. This is going to be his sixth year in the league.
Yeah, six
Um,
years. Yeah.
they've been waiting for him. They've been waiting for him like Orlando's been waiting for Jalen Suggs for the most part.
So they've been kind of
And
waiting on him.
everybody been seeing the
I
flashes.
think this year he might not make a huge jump, but I think he can make the jump.
He can make a little bit of a jump. Yeah, exactly. Besides that, they also got Asper Coro from Cleveland and Patrick Williams as well. Patrick Williams is also someone that they're hoping to look out for as well. But this new player named where is he? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different team. I'm sorry. Nah, so yeah, nah. Chicago last season, where were they even last season? I'm pretty
I
sure.
think
Yeah,
they
they
won.
won
I think
39 games. They
39,
won
right?
39 games and they were the 10th seed. They were just out, they just made it into the play-in tournament. They
Yeah, they
lost
played
again
it. I
against
think they
Atlanta.
played. I forgot who they lost to.
They played well, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure they beat the Hawks because they had to play the Hawks if I'm not mistaken.
Because
Oh, I'm not mistaken.
the Hawks end up playing. Because remember, the Hawks played the Heat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, yeah, I do remember that. That's when Trae Young's defense was really getting exposed out there. I
So
remember
if I'm
that.
not mistaken, I think
Um,
I forgot who played who. I'm gonna just keep it a
they played
stat.
the Magic. They probably played the Magic because that was the other team that was in the play in
Yeah,
that was in the
I
play in
honestly
bracket.
forgot. That playing be throwing me off sometimes. I'll be
Hey,
forgetting
look, it's
be
straight,
forgetting
man.
it.
Now we got
Yeah,
the mid-season tournament too. We got a lot of things to catch up on this
we got so
list.
much to think about and so much tournament. I can't even tell you who won the NBA Cup last year. I forgot.
Literally, man. But hey, look, the NBA, Chicago Bulls, man. I think they're still going to be around the same level, maybe a little
Yeah,
worse because I think them
42
bottom
wins,
teams don't
maybe
really
43.
encapsulate them. So I think, nah, I think they even going. I think they're going to stay right at 39, maybe 38, to be honest. Because, like I said, the Raptors are definitely going to improve. The 76ers are healthy. I'm not saying they're going to be champions, but they're at least going to be in the playoff spot as well. Um, Besides that, all the other
That's a big what
competition
if they
we won't get
healthy. That's
into.
the question about the 76ers. What if?
That's true, yeah.
That's always
Yeah,
the
like
question. What if?
what if, I mean that's really what it with the 76ers just to touch on really quickly, man. Like they got two more. I mean, we've been saying they only have a few more years for the longest, but like, man, like they have as long as Joel Embiid feels satisfied, and I really don't think Joel Embiid. Like, I think he's saying it for the media, but I really don't think Joel Embiid wants to be there that much longer. I think he wants to. I think he truly desirably would want to go if he met him being in contention to win a championship because what they're doing in
That's
Philadelphia
valid.
ever since the Ben Simmons fuck up. It's just not been. It's just been kind of experiment after experiment, and they've gotten something with it. But their best team, still in my opinion, was that 2019 team that took the Raptors to seven and lost off a game winner. That was the last good team they had. But that was just a touch on them real quick, and
Yep.
if you have anything to
Yep.
say as well.
But I think the 76ers, I think what really just I don't think it was ever the team or the organization that was the reason for their downfall. I to this day it still haunts me. I think it was Trey Young's fault because it's just like after that playoff run right there when it was like y'all was supposed to get far, y'all didn't do anything ever since again. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the
Mm-hmm.
problem?
Nah,
You try to say it was Ben Simmons, y'all still bad. Like
one play really messed up a generational talent like Ben Simmons, bro. One play really fucked him up like that.
one
He really
play.
like that really gets in his head, bro. That really gets in his head. He can nonchalant his way through it all at once too, bro. Like he ain't the way he played before, he don't want to do that no more. And it looks like it's because he don't want to look like he failed like he did
That's what I'm
against
saying.
Trey
Cause there's
Young.
no way out. It's no way after one off season. You just your whole style of play is different. Your whole demeanor of basketball is different.
It's
Like
just different. Like,
no, it's
come
that
on,
play. You can't
nah.
tell me nothing. It's that play. Like it's that, and it's crazy.
Mm-mm.
That's still that's like that goes to show that confidence is the key in anything.
You know what I mean? But that's the whole 76ers problem. They got, I don't know what's going on with them.
They
Like
got
I
a
said,
list of problems we
if
can
they
talk about.
healthy, playoff spots. But if they not healthy, I think they can actually be 13, 14 seed.
That's what. Yeah,
Like
they're not healthy. They're bottom of the barrel. Just because it's
bottom of
like
the barrel.
Embiid has so much of an impact, and he's really the determined factor. And it's like you can't, you can't blame him for getting hurt because it's just in the game. But it's
Hmm.
like it's after a while. Like Embiid, are you trying to at least get your body right? Are you trying
Exactly,
something?
man.
Like, are
Exactly,
you
man.
trying not to
Eventually,
get hurt?
man. I feel like the first domino that's gonna fall is Tyrese Maxey because that's talent that's being wasted over there.
That's
I
time
don't
that's
like,
being
bro.
wasted. Like
Tyrese Maxey deserves to be on a team like Miami Heat or something as their point guard or shooting guard. Cause yo, him in Philadelphia, he's scoring all these buckets just to win 24 games.
that's what I'm saying. So now it's a
24
choice you
games.
have to make as a front office. Are you going to say we're tired of this Embiid experiment and just give into it, or is we gonna just sit here and keep banking on that when we have so much other talent? I love
Yeah, I
Embiid,
feel like yeah. Go on.
but I love Embiid, but at a point it's like the same way people done did Brandon Roy and Greg Oden.
Hmm.
You gotta do and be like that sooner or later because it's like it's too many. We keep saying these what ifs. We've been saying it since 2020. You've been getting hurt for 5 years straight.
Exactly, bro. How many years? How many more years of sitting out do you need to do? How many more, full seasons of sitting out do you need to do in order to like have an actual season where you play 7 games? Last time he did that was 2021, I think. I think it was 2021 last time he did that, if I'm not mistaken. Embiid, but yeah, nah, he just needs to. I don't know. Like I said before, man, with Joel Embiid, bros, he needs to take that Zion route and
Fix his body. Work on
lose a
your
little bit
body.
of weight, bro,
You
for
got
real.
no skill to work on. You skilled up. You got to work on your body now, bro. It's more than skill, bro. You got to work on your body.
He weighs about 270, maybe 275 a few times as well, bro. If he can get down, like I said, bro, 250, 255, bro, take a lot of pressure off them joints and he'd be able to move a lot better. He won't have to deal with these nagging injuries. And if he does get injured, he'll recover a lot faster
Yep.
than
And the
having to sit out
organization, you
all
just
20.
like we keep saying, the organization just has to make a decision. You have
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
because what is it going to take for you to understand that this just might not be it?
And I'm looking at it, my bad. It was 2021, 22 season. Yeah, he played 70 games. That was his career high. That was the last time he played over sorry, 2023 is the last time he played over 60 games though. Last two
Yeah, because
seasons he played a
that's the year he won
combined
MVP.
58 games. Combined
But
58 games in the last two seasons.
But the thing about it, even the years that he before that, yeah, okay, 70 games, that's straight. But it's like you say, now it's getting like okay, it was we kind of been seeing injuries in that trajectory. That's why you wasn't kind of staying in those MVP conversations and when they try to say you got raw. No, you wasn't
Mm,
playing kind of enough. But now it's like it's a repeated thing. It's like, yo, we can't even I'm forgetting about you as a player. I keep forgetting, like, yo, what's the status on
yeah.
Embiid?
Exactly, bro. Like I was ranking like not too long ago, man. I was watching the top 10 list, bro, and then like they put Joel Embiid somewhere at like 6 or 7, bro, and I'm like, yo, I forgot all about Embiid, man.
Like
Like that was my reminder that Embiid exists in the league.
the 76ers got to like the 76ers have a decision to really like make, and it's gonna make or break their team. It's you're gonna keep Embiid and potentially lose out on people who wants to stay because now you just repeating the same step, or
Hmm.
are you just gonna let Embiid go and whatever happens just happens. Sometimes you have to take that risk for something in the future because the way the
Yeah,
trajectory is going right now, the future not looking good. Because even if you could say, "Oh, we got Paul George going basically through the same thing and be going through," like
he ain't gonna make that big of a splash
he's
just to
not
hold it
making big
down
of
for
a
them.
splash to be like,
He ain't-
"Okay, they got Paul George." You're not making a big splash.
They got 21 a game. I mean, if they could, I mean, if Paul George can like transition himself into a 3 and D guy, because I think that would be like a perfect transition for his late career. But if he could transition himself to a 3 and D guy, then maybe we can get more value. Because I feel like this point of his career, depending on him as a second scorer, like it's not bad. But they got Tyrese Maxey on the team.
And
I
that's
think
you
he should
just
be the
understand. You
second
got
scorer.
Tyrese Maxey. Let him take over.
You're
You
33, I
see,
think.
you seeing what
Paul
he
George.
doing? He going out there dropping 30, 40 a game just to
Bro
lose.
averaged 26 a game, bro. Bro averaged 26 a game last season, and
Just to lose.
just to lose, man. Just to
So
lose because he has to take 21 shots a game, bro.
that's what
He's
I'm
taking all the
saying.
shots.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
And
not doing anything for him, but it's not doing
so
anything
I
to
don't know.
him.
That 76 has got a tough decision to make.
And it's all
Tough.
up to Joel Embiid. But like I said, I feel like the first domino is going to be Tyrese Maxey because I don't think he's going to let his potential go to waste like this. I don't think he wants to keep averaging 20 something a game, like just mid 20s a game, and not even getting close to playing. Talk about actually winning and stuff. So
Yep.
I think either if he doesn't speak up, they're gonna make a move with him because he has so much value, and he's gonna be the first domino that's like, yo, all right, the process isn't just over. The process, like, y'all should like, the process isn't over. It's cooked. It's cooked.
It's
It's
close.
finita.
It's
It's
close to being.
closed up. Like it's not even on some. All right, we're gonna
It's
trade
not a
Joel Embiid
process no
now.
more. It's starting to
Let Joel Embiid.
decline.
Nah, like at this point, you got to trade Joel Embiid. At that point, you'd have to trade Joel Embiid, and then everybody follow after and start going back into the draft picks again, bro. Maybe not the same way you did in 2014, 15, 16, but it's just Philadelphia, man. They took the risk, man. I'll give them possible one thing. They took the risk in the mid 2010s, man, of you know losing on purpose so badly to get the guys they got, but they ended up in so many unfortunate circumstances.
That's
And
yep, and that's the crazy thing
what?
about it. The 76ers, y'all keep putting yourself through so many un, un, uncertain circumstances that you don't have to put yourself through. I don't call it tongue
Hmm.
twister right there. Couldn't even speak. My bad. But yeah, it's like
Oh yeah, you
y'all
good.
putting yourself through all these situations, and it's like, yeah, we understand y'all taking what the best available player or what y'all need, but it's like every big man or every first overall top pick y'all taking, they shit in the bed for y'all.
Yeah, Marco, like Marco Fultz, I thought he was gonna be him for real.
Markel
Marco Fultz,
Fultz,
I
Jaleel
thought he was gonna be
Okafor.
him. The Who Donovan Mitchell is now is what I thought Marco Fultz is gonna be, bro, for real. The
I
player
thought
Donovan Mitchell is, well, that's what I wanted Marco Fultz to be, and
I
then
thought
some,
Markel Fultz was
because
gonna
he's
be that
taller.
guy. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna be that guy.
For real. Like he had that potential. Then a shoulder injury came up, and it was downhill from there. I don't really know
And it was
what's
downhill
changed.
from
He's
there.
still in the league. I'm not saying like he went overseas or anything
He's
like that,
definitely playing a
but
good part. He not over there in Orlando no more, right?
nah, I think he got traded. I think
Last
he
place I
moved
seen
from
him was
Orlando to.
Sacramento. I don't know where he at now though.
Yeah, I could check right now. Right now he is a part of the Orlando Magic. That's right. Yeah, he's part of the Orlando Magic right now.
Oh, I thought he got
It's
traded.
Oh, no, 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 yeah, he's in Sacramento now.
Yeah, he's in
Jersey threw me
Sacramento.
off.
I was
My
about to
bad.
say last time I seen him, he was on Sacramento.
Jersey threw me off. My bad. Yeah, no, he's in Sacramento right now. He, I mean, he's still he's still putting years in. He's still putting years in his career, bro.
He's
So it's
putting
like,
in. He for what he was and what he was projected to be. He's not living up to that, but he's kind of shaking back off of that to be okay. I'm a decent player in the NBA.
you know what I mean? Exactly. He's falling into a good role. This is going to be his ninth season coming up right now, bro. And it's not like nine since he got drafted. Now he's like played every single season. He's played at least 8 games every single season. Eight is the lowest. His average is
Yes.
around like 20 something, to be honest.
So
But yeah, nah,
so
he's been putting
he
games.
that's the only thing about the 76ers. It's like they kind of been lately, they've been having bad luck. Like, yeah, you struck with Embiid at first, but it's like now,
Hmm.
did you really strike with him? Because it's like it hasn't panned into anything. The 76ers hasn't even made a finals yet.
It's almost the opposite of what's going on, what happened with Boston. Because Boston, it's not that they did the same thing, but they ended up in a similar position where they're getting high draft picks for like
Yeah,
three, four
they
years,
actually
two,
panned it
3 years
out.
in a row,
Jalen Brown,
actually.
Jason Tatum, we went and got us a
Hmm.
championship. It worked out in the long haul.
Exactly.
Okay, you
Exactly.
took your chance. You're still taking your chances with Embiid. What Embiid came in what 17 or 7?
Embiid came, nah, Embiid, yeah, Embiid's first season was in 2016-17. Yeah.
Yeah, 2016, 17. So he came in 16. Yeah. So
hmm
it's like it's like
He actually came 2017. His first game was actually January 2017. So he technically came
okay, yeah.
2017. Yeah.
So it's like, yo, it's like, okay, bro, you putting it's been it's been 9 years since that we sniffed a what conference final. That's the farthest we snuck. Not
Nope.
even a conference finals.
Nope. Second round.
We haven't
Like
even
I
got
said,
to a conference
closest.
final.
Like I said, 2019 was the closest he got to a championship, I think. Because if that game winner did not drop, they went to overtime and beat the Raptors. Yeah, I think they were going to win the champ. I think they were going to at least get to the finals and win the championship. If I mean, I'm assuming Golden State's still going to be healthy with Clay, even without KD. With Clay and Steph, they still beat the 76ers, but they would have at least been in the finals. They would have at least been in the
E-
finals at that point, bro.
Exactly, because Jimmy was on that team, right?
Jimmy Butler was on that team and he was killing it for them, bro.
That's a
He
chance y'all
was
had,
killing it
and
for them, bro.
unfortunately, the Claw made something crazy.
Nah, they let Tobias Harris. They really let Tobias Harris mess up their future, bro. Because
And
I
then they
feel like they could have salvaged it if Jimmy Butler stayed, man. They could have still had something if Jimmy Butler stays, to be honest. Especially if the Jimmy Butler that we saw in the Miami Heat for the next 3 or 4 years was on the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, they'd be in
and then
conference
look
finals.
at the
Finals.
decisions. Look at the decisions y'all made. Y'all chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, bro. They chose him over me. He chose that man
Ain't no
over
way
me.
that even goes through your
Nah,
head to you even. Yeah, Tobias
like
Harris, Jimmy Butler.
Tobias Harris, and it was a fat contract too to Tobias Harris, bro. Tobias Harris is the small forward fool's gold. He looked like he could score like Carmelo Anthony and them, bro. Like he really a good 17 point per game secondary scorer. You know what I
He's not
mean?
consistent,
Not consistent at all. You know, he's a shooter. He can shoot.
and
Don't
he's
get me
not a
wrong, but
bagger. He's not a go getter.
he's
He
not a,
can't get a bucket.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think he I wouldn't say he robs teams, but it's like, teams expected so much out of him, and he didn't really give. He only gave like half of that, to be honest. Like
Yes,
he
yes,
averaged a
sir.
little 20 something when the Philadelphia re-signed him in 2019 and shit, or signed him on in 2019 and shit. But it's like it's still like they thought he was gonna be what replace everything Jimmy Butler did and
That
be like
and that was
27 a
not gonna
game and all
happen.
that. That was
Nowhere
not
near.
it. That was
Uh,
not it.
Not it.
Nuh-uh,
But
nah.
you got to go through it. So I feel like the 76ers, they put themselves in the situations that they are in
Exactly. They
because
put themselves in this position.
you don't have a good front office, you don't have a good GM, you just don't have a good anything. So I don't know. The 76ers, they got a lot to worry about. But off that subject, like, what's your award predictions? Like, who you think gonna win MVP? What's your opinion? What you thinking this year?
Mm. Nah, MVP kind of been the same race for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's really been the same
So
race: Giannis, Luka, Shea, or Jokic
Jokic, I mean, Jokic really been number one, like
every year.
contender for MVP every year. I mean, right now, it's actually going like I'm probably going to get into it right now, man. This man Victor Wembanyama, this man, from what I was watching in just the preseason games alone, he might actually really be in contention for MVP, man.
If he
Like
puts it
really be
together,
in contention. Like if he puts it together, like if he continues what I saw in the preseason into the NBA season, easy 27 a game, and he's going to be in MVP talks. He might not be number one in the West, with the San Antonio and them. They're gonna be in the playoffs though for sure.
yeah, for sure.
But I know high seeding is a very very big factor in terms of
Yeah, so that plays a big factor
MVP
into the yeah.
in terms of MVP factor. So he's gonna have that disadvantage against the Nuggets and Nikola Jokic and them, but I think he's gonna be in MVP discussions as well. A lot of people have been saying Anthony Edwards. I'm still not entirely sure he's gonna win
Yeah,
MVP.
I
I
don't
mean,
really
he
I,
has to
I
break that 30 a game threshold for me
yeah, I don't see that either.
to
I
call him
me
MVP.
personally though, I'm kind of leaning towards Luca. I think
Luca,
Luca is
Luca,
putting
Luca.
himself in his own revenge tour this year. And I think
Oh yeah, he has to.
I think a
He
lot
has
of
to.
people, I could be wrong maybe, but I think a lot of people when that Nico Harris stuff came out, I think a lot of people started kind of really question Luca as a player. And I
Mm,
think Luca was hearing that
yeah.
noise. And I think it's like a revenge tour for. I think this is a season for Luca to really put like, I'm still him. Don't let it be known because somebody traded me. I'm still him. Like he still showed us he was him when he was in LA.
Exactly.
And I think that
Exactly.
last stretch with that LA, I think that was probably like, to be honest, just from what I seen, I know from what I watched basketball to see Luca. I think that bottom stretch with the Lakers, I think that was the worst Luca we ever seen, other than probably like early on Luca. Like
Hmm.
I don't think he was as dominant. I think now he gets to put it together and
Yeah.
really sit next to LeBron for a whole summer. I love that.
Exactly.
I love Luca to win
And
MVP.
exactly, and him being out of shape really did play a big part in like last Lakers season being one of the worst stretches of his career since honestly it's worse than his rookie season to be honest. Like he was still doing something out there, but like you could see like
It
man,
wasn't there. His movements was bad. He really wasn't.
you know what I
He
mean?
wasn't a
Like,
bucket. Like
because here's the thing, like if you watch it in a vacuum, you'd be like, okay, like it's pretty impressive for like the athleticism he has. Then you go watch like rookie Luca or even second year Luca, bro, and you looking at this Lakers Luca, and you're like, what the hell happened? What
that
the
what
hell
happened
happened?
to
This
it.
man used to dunk. This man used to dunk like routinely, and I know he had like that one highlight dunk in the Lakers, but
I
like
don't remember
now
the last
we
time
talk.
Luca dunked in a while.
Yeah, no, he had like one or two highlight dunks in the Lakers, but that's just because he dunked the ball at the fucking size he is at what? He was like 250 at the time, 240. But yeah, nah, in the Lakers in the Mavericks in his rookie season, now he was dunking regularly, not posterizing, but he was
But he
definitely
was
getting up there. He was definitely getting
that
up
boy.
there a little
Hey,
bit.
that was a whole different person.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It was a whole different person. You looking at it like what happened, but now you seeing him. He lost some weight. He's definitely gonna get that athleticism back. You gonna like people gonna see like Luka used to have. I ain't saying he's the fastest in the league, but
Yeah,
Luka used
but
to
Luka
have
used
like
to have.
actual speed behind him,
This
bro.
wasn't Luka that we know. That's all that matters. Like that's
Mm-mm.
really the whole point
Exactly,
of it.
bro.
Like this, yeah. So that's our picks right there. So you say Wemby or Jokic.
I'll say I see Wemby or Jokic are in the top two for the race this season. Wemby or Jokic are gonna be the top two for the
Okay,
race
and
this season. And
I'm
then
going Luka all the way.
I have I have as a dark horse actually. I probably would have Luca to be honest. But yeah, everybody else, I kind of feel like I kind of have to see it. I kind of have to see it, but especially I have to see the NBA season, see how y'all play in the first ones, though. Ooh, I do
Okay.
have another award I want to talk about, and that's before I get into deep point and all that, I want to talk about most improved player because I think I'm gonna put one more ticket on this train and on this hype train for Zion, bro. Because I think this newfound weight loss, I think I'm gonna put my ticket in for him being the most improved player this season. Just
And
because we all know what Zion could do, bro. We all know what Zion could do when he was on the floor, bro. Nobody was stopping him. Nobody was stopping him. Three defenders inside that paint. He's still dunking over them, and he was 270. If
and it's
you,
crazy
bro,
because I was
so
just watching a little bit preseason. I'm not gonna make it seem like I've been watching every game play to play, but
no, you're
Zion
good.
looks different. He's moving quicker. He looks faster. He looks ready. Like
Yeah, he looks improving better
that's
now.
my dark horse, honestly, right there.
Honestly,
To
yeah.
win
Now I feel
MVP.
like he's my front runner for most improved player. I mean, maybe someone else will come in. Maybe one of the Thompson twins really does take that jump, or what's his name? We just talked about him, Kobe White, or Jalen Suggs, one of them guys. But right now, I think Zion
You know
Williamson,
who I
just off
think
the
makes a
presence.
I think he
Hmm.
makes a big jump. It might be his award. I think Sengun makes that jump with Fred being out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The only thing is he might get some of his touches taken away, but at the same time though, having KD might make them more comfortable to rely on him on offense, considering if they have a net like KD underneath you, um, not missing shots ain't gonna be that much of a problem. They're just gonna add they because you got KD to make up for it in case the team starts getting stagnant or anything. Like KD's always been a great bailout option for a lot of
Yeah,
teams,
always,
especially for like good
always, always.
offense.
Even Golden State,
Always.
always.
So So having that
always.
net under him can give him a little bit more confidence to go out there and just do what he needs to do what he wants to do in terms of not just scoring but running the offense. I think he's one of them Jokic bills. You know,
Yeah,
European
I've been
players that
calling
like
him.
really
Listen,
big.
listen. Fun
Yeah.
fact. Fun fact. When I first
Hmm.
found out about Segun, I told my brother this. I say, "Hey, that's baby Jokic right there. Stop
Yeah.
trying Jokic. Yo, no, no, no. I say that's baby Jokic. I've been saying that about Segun. That's baby Jokic. He got his mannerisms. He
Exactly, bro.
moves like him. He play like him. Like that's a real deal
Yeah,
baby
bro.
Jokic
He moved kind of unorthodox and it looks slow, but it's a lot faster when you're on the court. And
when you're
it's
on the
like, you know,
court.
when he got that shot that's like it looks like you could throw it off. You look like you could throw him off of that shot, but like, you know, somehow, some way it just go in, bro. I ain't saying he an elite shooter, but yo, he's definitely like good enough to be a threat out there in terms of shooting.
Yep,
And
yep.
passing wise, of course, like that's the main reason I compare him to Jokic. Passing wise, I think he's a great point forward in that position. Um, but yeah, with KD on the team, I think he'd be able to have a much. But is Jalen Green still on the team? I think he got traded, right?
Mm-hmm.
No? Yeah, he got traded. Yeah, so now that Jalen Green ain't taking up a lot of his
Jalen Green's on
shots,
Phoenix. He over there
oh, he
with
on
Debo.
Phoenix. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he on that pretty boy team now. So now that he can
That
go
little
out
pretty
there,
boy roster.
exactly, bro. Kelly Oubre, Devin Booker, Jalen Green. Nah, they
Little
just
pretty boy roster.
what they doing, man.
Then you got Dylan Brooks. He want to be the evil pretty boy.
Yeah, no. Anti people. Like, yo, shit,
That's
nah,
why
but it's like
that be the problem with it. They be trying to look too good. Y'all trying to be pretty boy. Go get on the court and
sometimes,
get a
yeah,
bucket.
bro. They trying to look, they trying to be pretty with their game, bro. They trying to be pretty with their game. Like, yeah, man, I get buckets, man. Look at how I hoop and shit. And it's just the most inefficient 21 of the game you can see, bro.
Speaking of that, I want to jump in. Really, I
Yeah,
want to ask this because I was really wanted to ask you this yesterday when we was speaking on Phoenix.
yeah.
Really
Hmm.
though, do you think Devin Booker can make that jump to be that guy? Like, do you think this can be one of those old Devin Bookers we see vintage Devin Booker this year?
Mm. So here's the thing, and I think Devin Booker and a lot of other players on his tier are falling victim to this, bro. It's like Devin Booker can make that jump. There's just better players. There's just better
Okay,
players. Like
okay,
I
I see
think
your point.
Devin Booker, like I need everybody to understand, Devin Booker has not transformed, but he's adjusted himself to a role where he can not just score and average 28 a game for a team. He can also or drop 50 for a team. He's also doing that with like 7, 8 assists per game as well. We're talking about
Yep,
he's a centric offensive player. He can shoot, he can dribble, he can pass the ball at least decently well. Last season he averaged 7 assists a game. Um on a pretty decent usage percentage for a shooting guard for a shooting guard like him. I think he played point guard. No, he played shooting guard last season. So yeah, him averaging 7 assists at the two position is pretty impressive for even a lot of passing two guards, you know. And you know like Devin Booker's potential is not that much higher than where he is right now. He hasn't reached it, but it's not going to be that much higher than where he is right now. Like instead of 27, 28 a game, he going to average at his peak 29.6 or 31.2 points per game with like 6 assists on 46 not 46, like 47, 48% shooting, 35, 36 from three, and you know, 88 from the line. I don't think I don't, I think in any other era, a lot of other eras, he'd easily be not just top 10, he'd be considered a top five player in the league
yeah,
at
he'd
that
be top five
with
for
those
sure.
numbers. But because he's also in a league where niggas are doing that, but they're 6'8" and 6'10" and shit, and like now, I feel like he's just kind of in a big pool of, and even with players that aren't like, you know, above him like that, players on the same tier like Donovan Mitchell and John Morant and them, they are, I think he's just in a big pool of players that can do what he does. He does it better than a lot of them, but there's a lot of them that could also match him and probably even surpass him in that sense. So even if he does reach his peak, he's gonna need like a Boston Celtics that's team in order to like truly contend for a championship again, like he did in 21. Like that team in 21, that team in
That team
21,
was
man,
that team was
they
they
were
had
great, bro.
everything.
They're a championship
They
team,
had
bro. They
everything.
just
They had
ran
defense. They
into
had
a
they
better
scored.
team.
They had a facilitator. They had the big man down low before Aiden
Hmm.
started turning. I don't know what. They had a
Yeah,
squad.
uh-huh.
They had a
Exactly,
squad.
no. And they just
But I
did
want
the only thing is they
but I
just
want to
ran
touch
into a
it back
better
into
team.
these awards. So we left off on MVP. We can go DPOY now.
Yeah, we go DPOY real quick. DPOY last season,
Healthy
who won it
Wimby.
last season? Healthy Wemby. Healthy Wemby.
It's
Healthy
no
Wemby.
other
Get
way.
to Wemby gotta be
I
number one,
think
bro.
Wimby is a DPOY player for the next 5 to 6 years.
Like it's who allowed Wemby, bro?
It was
Who
his
allowed
race before he got
Wemby?
hurt.
You know what I mean? Like literally, he was literally number one before he got
He was
hurt
number
against
one to win
Miami.
it before he got
And
hurt.
like,
So it's like,
look, credit to Evan Mobley and stuff, but I feel like he won just off the merit of like, okay, who else is in the race? Who's second? Who was second when
yeah,
Wemby was
because
first?
because Wimpy had it cut. Like Wimpy had that award in his back pocket. Like Wimpy
Four
was the
blocks a game or
DPOY.
something like that. I think it was averaging four, close to 4 blocks a game or something like that, you know? Wemby was really doing it out there like
It is
that.
what
And
he's going to
he
be able to do on the court. Like Wimby's making players not even want to drive to the lane. They passing up layups.
passing the layups and shit, bro. And it is one of those things that like no statistic, no amount of efficiency can really like, work around that. You can't just, hey man, he's a 67% true shooting percentage player, your way to getting buckets inside over Wembanyama. Nah, you gotta like really
Nah,
have a
nah.
level of athleticism to go around him and be fast enough to go up on him. I've seen only three players really go up on him with confidence, and they even fail sometimes.
And
Kyrie,
that's what
Westbrook,
I'm
and John
saying.
Morant.
That's it.
That's really the only three. Not even Jalen Green, bro. Not even Jalen Green. And mind you, I named three of the most aggressive, driving finishers in the league.
Exactly. So, yeah. So I think he lost a DPOY. I don't even think that has to
Hmm.
even be a conversation. I think I think that's clear cut his award for the next five
He's
years.
gonna
And
average
now
at
if we
least
had to
four
say a
blocks a
player we
game.
think is a dark horse or a player we think can win it too, honestly,
Probably Amen Thompson.
one of
More
the
than
Thompson twins. Well, I think one of them because
yeah.
it's just
I'll go with Amen, the one in Houston. I'll go with Amen Thompson for the most part.
one
Cause
from Detroit.
I said
No,
Houston, yeah, Detroit. The one from Detroit. They're both red jerseys, my bad.
yeah, the one from Detroit.
Um,
I think the one in Houston. I think the Houston twin. I think he is the better complete player. But I think
yeah,
the
he's a better
twin in
offensive player.
Detroit is more gritty and got more defense and more.
Hmm.
He's more athletic, kind of. But I think the Houston brother is more a complete player skill wise. Like, well, they
Right.
damn that athletic the same pace. I can't even say who's more athletic. So
Oh
I think
yeah,
that
they're both kind of at the same athleticism, but you could definitely see the skill gap between them.
you can see the
When
skill
they
gap
play on the
between
court
them.
offensively, at least. Yeah,
You can see the
like
skill
yeah,
gap.
it's a good one. So I think Wemby got that deep boy locked up, but still though, the Thompson twins should be in contention as well as Evan Mobley again. I don't really see him falling off defensively unless something drastically bad happens.
Yeah, but
And
I think Wimby locked that up.
yeah, I think Wemby locked it up. Also, obligatory federally mandated Rudy Gobert in the race as well. You got to put that there
Yeah.
as well, just because
So speaking
he's
of
been
that,
top five the past 6 years.
we gave
Hmm.
Wimby two awards because if that's the case, Wimby's gonna win comeback player of the year, right? Or however that award is, the award where you come back.
Um. Oh yeah, comeback player of the year. I forgot they added that one. Yeah, I think he's gonna win that one as well. I feel like, well, no, because Zion will be the best. Zion will also be in contention. If he does well, I
Yeah,
feel like
Zion would
that's
be in that
like
contention too.
more of a
That
real
is an
like
award for the NBA. Am
legit
I thinking about
comeback.
the NFL? That isn't an NBA award, right? Am I thinking about the NFL? That's an NBA
No,
award,
that's
right?
an NBA award. It's an NBA. It's
Yeah,
a
comeback.
recent one.
Yeah,
I think they added in the 21 or something like that. But
DPOY.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not.
comeback player of the year.
I don't think they have like a ceremony for it. I think they just kind of announce it and send them a trophy for the most
Yeah,
part. But what are the awards we're looking at? Rookie of the year. I mean, that's also a lock. I'm being honest with
Cooper
you.
Flag.
It's also kind of a Cooper flag.
Cooper Flag.
I mean, unless somebody has like some Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony esque run, rookie season run, bro. Not even Dwayne Wade, but like Carmelo Anthony rookie season run or something like that.
That's Cooper
Even
Flag.
then, I
Lock that
still
up.
think
That's
Cooper
Cooper
Flag
Flag
buys.
award.
Cooper Flag is definitely averaging 20 a game, even with AD, Kyrie, and Clay on the floor. Well, maybe not 20 a game, maybe not 20, but like, he's definitely gonna average like close to 20 a game. Like I predict like 17, 18 a game.
He
Um,
definitely he
maybe,
definitely averaging that 20 until Kyrie coming back for sure.
yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Kyrie isn't really healthy right now. Yeah, Kyrie. Yeah, if Kyrie's out right now and they gotta rely on D'Lo as the main point guard, starting point guard, yeah, I think they're gonna think Cooper Flag is gonna get a lot more of his isolation touches than D'Lo should. So I feel like, yeah, he probably averaged like 19, 21 a game or something like that. Anthony Davis, I feel like he's always going to be a cleanup scorer more than anything else. He's going to be like a cleanup scorer. And yeah, no, I feel like Cooper Flag just got that in the box, to be honest. I don't really see anybody else. I don't really see
Yeah, I
anybody else
think Cooper.
competing, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Cooper Flag locked that up.
Mm-mm-mm. What other let's see, what other awards we gonna look through as well? We got Depoy as the Wemby MVP, likely Wemby or Jokic. Rookie of the year is easily going to be
Yeah, rookie of the year definitely. I
Cooper
just
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag. Now, who I
Let's
think could probably
see.
win it, if not Cooper Flag, I'm kind of leaning towards Con Knibble. As I think Con Knibble is going to have a good year over there in Charlotte. I think he's going to be able to get his time early, and I think he's going to capitalize off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's move on to the next award, Sixth Man of the Year. Now, Jordan Clarkson got added to which roster? I feel like he's Nathan. I
I
feel like
think Jordan
he's
Clarkson takes it home.
yeah, he got added to what roster? I think it was Houston or
He's in New York.
no, New York, right? Yeah, New York. Yeah. Yeah, I think he got it. Last year it was Peyton Pritchard. I don't think he's gonna get that much attention this time just because the team's gonna be down.
I
The
think his
roster
role
size
going
is
to be
gonna be
bigger this
down.
year anyway, with Tatum
Yeah, his
being
role
out.
gonna be bigger anyway. Yeah, they're probably
And
gonna
then I
start
don't know
him at
most Drew
center.
Holiday over there either, so I think his role will be bigger.
Yeah, and then they'll probably put both of them as like the 1 and 2, just like the small guard lineup. And Jalen Brown would be the small forward at that time. I feel like that would be a good lineup. I mean, who knows what Joe Mazzulla is gonna put out there for them, but right now, Jordan Clarkson's probably going to be my number one prediction at the moment. I don't really think
Because now, matter of fact, that is actually a good prediction because he definitely, because now Broadman gets out of that conversation because Broadman's not going to be the sixth man. Um, you still, I guess, got Malik Beasley in that conversation. I guess
yeah,
Malik
Malik
Beasley.
Beasley, Hunter. I mean, I think they're going to start. I don't know if they're going to start him, but if he's going to be off the bench for is he still in Cleveland? Is he still in Cleveland? I'm pretty sure he still is. DeAndre Hunter, but or not Cleveland. Or did they move him to Cleveland? I don't know if he's in Cleveland or if he's still
He in
in
Cleveland
Atlanta.
right now.
He in Cleveland right now. Yeah. Okay. So they're probably gonna start him over in Cleveland. Then in that case,
No, he was still a sixth man over there in Cleveland. I forgot who was starting over him though, but he was still a sixth man.
he'll still 6 man over there. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. DeAndre Hunter. Yeah. DeAndre Hunter is like I said. I remember he was a contention last year. So and he's also a pretty solid player and stuff. To be honest. So I don't really see too much drop off in him coming off the bench. I'm trying to look at Cleveland's roster for this season. Uh, Yeah, it's between him and Isaac Okoro for scoring position. I would start DeAndre Hunter, but if they want to start Isaac Okoro, it's not that bad either. But sixth man of the year, man, I think Jordan Clarkson got it for the
I
most
think
part.
Jordan Clarkson takes it this year. I think he takes a step up at six man. Wow, because now you in a better environment. You on a team that's gonna really need you off the bench. So
Hmm.
I think he wins that award.
Right. Now, coach of the year. Who's
That's a
coach
hard
for
that's a hard award to predict, and it's like that's one of them like It's a
I
hit
feel
or
like
miss prediction.
it's more it's like a narrative one in a sense where it's like usually it's going to like one of the teams who end up in the top three seed, but if a team was like very low and they end up like improving a lot this season, it usually goes to that coach.
Yeah, so
So I feel like that's a prediction I'd have to
I
watch
mean,
the season for in order to
If
see
New
what's going
Orleans
on.
get back on top, I think it might be the New Orleans coach. I don't know who it is, who's over there, who's coaching them.
It's either going to probably be in the New Orleans coach, or if Dallas does end up being a top seed, like a very high seed with the roster they got, I think the Dallas coach is going to be in contention as well. I just forget who it is at the moment right now. The Dallas Mavericks coach.
I think it's Jason Kidd.
I think it's still Kidd. Um,
You say who's coaching? Yeah, I think it's Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. All right, yeah, yeah, probably Jason. Yeah, yeah, it's Jason Kidd. I just read it right here. So yeah, um, they're gonna have a content. They're gonna have a they don't have a shot. That team might have a shot if they improve. Right now, last season they were, um, I mean, obviously they made one of the biggest mid season trades in like the last decades. But yeah, they were finished the season 39-43 with half their roster injured anyways. If Jason Kidd can get them to
And
50
then definitely with the
games, he's
Kyrie
definitely going
injury,
to
if they
be
find a way
top.
to, oh my bad to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, you good. No, you good. Yeah, you were saying
No,
with the
I was
Kyrie
saying,
injury.
yeah, I was saying now with Kyrie being out too, to find a way to kind of get yourself through that and be a top seed, like you say. If that was to happen, I think he can win Coach of the Year for sure.
Facts, not
With
straight
all
up.
the diversity that you is going through as a team right now, I think he can win that award.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not bad. So yeah, so coach of the year. If I had to choose, if I had to choose, I'd likely pick yeah, I'd just likely pick Dallas to be honest. Like if Dallas can make that jump, I'd probably pick them. If not, then I'd have to probably watch more this season just to see how the
Yeah,
standings
to
play
really
out and
pick that to
really.
decide that kind of later on, because that's kind of hard to really predict right now at this moment. So
Yeah, exactly. But what am I gonna say? Next award I want to look at, I think the final major award, they just added this one, Clutch Player of the Year. Clutch Player of the Year last year was Jalen Brunson with a good amount of stuff. Again, I feel like this is one of them awards I have to watch the NBA season because this
yeah,
is literal like visual evidence. But
but if I
I
had to
mean,
pick a player from what I know off the top of my head, I would probably say Brunson or Curry
Brunson or Curry, yeah, that's those are good options. I think because of a revenge tour season, I think Luka got to be up,
or
might be up
Luca
there as well. I feel
or
like he
Luca.
gonna wanna really want, especially now he's a Laker and they tried now he lost weight and he's really trying to prove something. I think he really gonna be aggressive in them game winning situations to like really like take over that team, take over the situation in the team and get that dub. You feel me?
Okay,
He's
okay.
always
So
kind of
I
had that
think
killer instinct in him.
I think so too. Because I think out of those three options I pick, I just we know Brunson. You just clutch for some reason. You clutch. Curry,
Brunson, yeah,
you basically at a clutch moment, you have to have the ball in your hands. And then with just Luca,
yeah.
like you say, revenge tour, and Luca always been clutch. Luca is clutch. So now with a revenge tour on top of it, I think that leads the arrow. I think Luca just has an amazing year this year. I think Luca got a lot to prove, and I think he's mad. I think he's gonna wake back up.
I think a lot of players, honestly, like not Luca as well, yeah, but I think even I think a lot of people, a lot of teams actually have some players that like, I've got a good amount to prove this season and they're gonna really like it's gonna be like I don't think all of them are gonna get up, or you're gonna see a good amount of them like make the attempt. And I think that's really gonna make a difference on whether they keep going in their careers the way they're going or they end up just being, you know, put to the wayside, like especially with Zion, bro. Like I feel like this really is the last chance. Like we gave him so many chances before because we knew all he had to do was lose the weight for the most part, and he did everything but lose the weight. Now that he lost the weight, if he lost
Yeah.
the weight and it still doesn't go right for him, it might really be bricks in terms of his
Then yeah, we
superstar
don't
career.
know.
You don't have to take
How
that
you feel
role
about
player
Giannis?
Andre
Like, what you
Drummond.
think of what? how you feel about Giannis' trajectory of his career going on, like with the situation with the Bucks? And then I just read a report
Mm,
too earlier, if I'm not
mm-hmm.
mistaken.
Yeah.
I think his
Mm-hmm.
family moved back to Greece, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, his family moved back. He moved his family back to Greece. He apparently they were saying it really didn't have much to do with his free agency decisions. But even with that, I remember also seeing an article of in terms of Giannis and his situation, man. I think that article that came out where he was interested in talking with the Knicks back in like 23
Yeah,
when he was due for a new contract or a contract renewal, 24 I think it is, 24 when he was due for a new contract renewal. Uh, I think uh, I think he's gonna stay in Milwaukee. I think he's gonna stay in Milwaukee for at least 2 more years, or at least till his player option is about to kick in. But he, I don't think he's too happy with the situation, though. To be honest, I don't think he's too happy because, uh, Dame went back to Portland. Chris Middleton's gone,
yeah.
and you
Drew
have
Holiday been like he lost his core.
Drew Holiday been left. He
He
lost
lost his
his
chemistry.
championship core, bro. I mean, he still has Brooke Lopez,
Brook,
and
Brook
now he has Kyle
Lopez
Kuzma.
gone now too.
Oh yeah, where did he even go
Brook
to? That's right,
Lopez
I
played for
forgot.
the Clippers.
Clippers, right? Yeah, so
Yeah,
they got Miles
Chris. Yeah,
Turner now.
Chris Lopez on the. I mean, I said Chris Lopez. Brook Lopez on the
You good?
Clippers.
You good? Yeah. Um, now he's stuck there with Kyle Kuzma. That's the name I was forgetting the whole time. Kyle Kuzma. Kyle
And now,
Kuzma,
yeah, now
and
he's playing with Kyle Kuzma. So I think his situation is it's not nothing to be
he don't got
more
much
of
to look forward to
scared
be
for.
honest.
But I think Giannis is kind of, especially off of the vibe I was getting, just to bring this up off the stream he did with Speed. I think it's either he wins now or he's just done with basketball.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like
think honestly,
I
man,
think he feels like in himself that he's done enough, especially from where he came from and what he, you know what I'm saying, comes from. I think he
I don't
feels
think
like
he'll retire or anything like that or be done with basketball. Not bad to cut you off. I don't think he'll be done with basketball or anything like that. I think he's just trying to I think he's trying to take the situation one step at a time because because like, I mean, we just explained the situation. He's really been like absolutely killing the league with double doubles. He didn't average a triple. No, he didn't. Never mind. But he's been killing the league with his double double, 30 a game double double for the past 3 years. Yet he hasn't won a championship since 21, which is almost about to be 5 years ago. It's about 4 years ago at this point. So now I feel like he knows he has every reason to leave, but he's still not entirely sure yet, just because I feel like he wants to take pride in like being that Milwaukee Buck goat, like being that Milwaukee Buck that, stuck around through the thick of it and won championship and everything like that. But, realistically speaking, I don't think it's unless they make like the trade of the finesse, unless they somehow make the biggest finesse ever, bro. I don't think they have much to offer Giannis in terms of building the
yeah. And
team.
what I mean, I'm not necessarily saying like as in he's gonna be done with basketball, but I think he's so
Oh my bad.
loyal
Mhm.
to Milwaukee that he doesn't want to leave. So if it kind of gets to that point, he might just walk away.
You might just walk away, right? Yeah. Like I get what you mean in terms. I feel like I feel like he'll do a Dirk route where he's just kind of playing and putting stats up and shit. Especially I'm trying to think of a better career to give my example to. But because Dirk won his championship late. Giannis won it pretty early in his career. I think year
Yeah,
six or
Giannis won
seven.
it pretty early. Giannis won it like
Pretty early relative to
Giannis won it
other
seven
people on
into
his
his
team.
career, 7 years into his career.
Yes, he has reasons to not he already has reasons. He's already accomplished what he needed to accomplish, basically what I'm trying to say in Milwaukee. Obviously he wants to accomplish more. He wants to win two, three, hell, 70 championships if he could, but um realistically, that window's been closing every year ever since 2021.
Yeah, it's
I
been
don't think he
closing,
has that
and you
much to
can tell it's
offer to win
closing because they're giving
championships.
up the core.
Mm-hmm.
They gave up
You know
the
what I'm saying?
core, so now you know it's definitely closing.
Yeah, they took the shot with.
And then taking the
it
shot
took
with
any new
Damon.
Milwaukee
That's what I'm
though.
saying. And now you took a shot with Dame and broke up the core to take a shot with Dame. And Dame ain't even stayed what, a year, a 2 years, and look,
Yeah, now he had
it's
like
done
one year.
already.
The first year he was injured. I think it was first year he was injured. So they really only had one year. That was the second
That's what I'm
year
saying.
because
So
last
it's like
season
it's
they
like
traded him.
it's like you broke up the core for one. I'm not saying it was just all because of Drew. I mean, Dame. You broke up the core, but it's like the organization. You kind of gave you giving Giannis no choice because it's like you giving up on the team.
Hmm. It's really like what Milwaukee has to do right now is really like stand on a decision of whether he's going to be a person, of whether he's going to be a person, of whether they're going to bring people in to contend with the team, or if they're going to have that one-on-one in-person conversation of, well, how do you feel about a future over here? The same way they did Damian Lillard, to be honest. Because
Yeah.
remember, like Dame stayed because for years he was trying to get the right roster in order to build up that near championship team he had back in 2018 or something like that, one of those years. But Milwaukee is a very small market. They got trades to
And
get
that's
the
what makes it,
situation they're
yeah,
in to win the championship. So I think right now, if Giannis wants to, he can live the rest of his career as this Buck, and his career will take zero hit for it for the most part. Like, yeah, there's potential we miss in terms of dominance of championships, but
My bad. So this as a player, Giannis he's always still gonna average about 30 and 10 at least. He's has like at least 4 or 5 more years of that at least. He's or no, 2 or 3 more years actually. He has about 2 or 3 more years of that to be honest, averaging like 30 and 11, 30 and 10 and stuff like that. Outside besides that, man, I mean, as long as he's healthy, he's always gonna average that, but I think he could either keep doing that in Milwaukee and be like a Dirk Nowitzki legend, or take his talent somewhere else and maybe try to win a championship and be greater than that.
yep. That's something for the foreseeable future to see, though. Who knows? Y'all really. But I want to hear what y'all in the comment section think about that. That's really like like a topic I want to really ask y'all guys. But so I don't know what they're gonna do. Who
Mm-mm.
knows? But
Who knows
hey,
what'll happen? But
whatever happens, happens. But we just ready to kickstart this season, y'all. So we just ready.
mm-hmm,
So that's all that really matters. We'll see with that situation, but we're gonna wrap this video up, y'all.
mm-hmm.
Um,
All right.
we'll see y'all next video, next episode. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Mhm. We got more content on the way coming up, so we'll keep you guys posted and let you know when we're gonna keep doing more episodes. We got more content to make on other social media platforms. You should go follow that too as well.
Yeah, y'all should be all
Besides
social
that,
media
yeah.
platforms. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see y'all
Yeah.
later.
Besides that, we're gonna peace it
Yep.
out. All right.
Peace.